Hello, my beautiful techies. Welcome to K Talks Tech. This is a channel where we encourage underrepresented groups to go into technology as a career. And so, in order to do that, you have to understand what it is that you're pursuing. But a lot of times, with the technical jargon, you don't understand what they're talking about, and you don't know what those jobs are. It's kind of like hidden, it's secret. So, on this channel, in order to encourage those underrepresented groups, and especially Black women, i.e., people who look like me, to go into tech as a career. I break it all down for you. I tell you what the job titles are, what they mean, what the responsibilities are, how much you can make, what sort of background you need to get into that particular job, how to get that background. I break it all down. I talk about other tech topics too. I talk about the industry, things that are happening. Is it a good time to go into tech? What this company did, where you can make the most money, and anything you want to know. I'm like that. I'm like your auntie in tech, right? Everything you ever wanted to know about tech and didn't have anything to ask, I'm here for it. So you can put a comment in under the video and I will answer it, or you can contact me via my website, which is in the description box. I really want people, especially people who look like me, especially Black women, to not just understand tech for the purpose of pursuing a career in tech, but to just understand tech. Like a woman in the post office said to me the other day, if it wasn't for young people, I guess I couldn't live my life. That everything is technology, and I have to call this one or that one to show me how to do something with the phone. And AI is here. AI is not coming anymore. It's already here, and jobs will change and jobs will be eliminated. Don't let anybody fool you. So when you see the train coming, get off the track. Prepare yourself. You know there's a hurricane coming, all right? Get out there and board up the windows. If you know something is coming, prepare yourself. And you may not, your job may not be impacted directly, but it will probably be impacted in some way, even if it's just new tools that you have to learn at work. So we're going to do all of that on this channel. We're going to have a good time doing it. I also offer coaching. Again, you can see all about that on my website, but I offer workshops, I offer one-on-one coaching. I'm working on some video coaching where you can watch the video on your own, and you don't have to wait for a session to be scheduled. I work with individuals. I work with content creators and small companies. I also offer consulting. I am full-time enterprise consultant, but I also do small business consulting. So when you need some help in tech, you can reach out to me, right? If you want to transition from some career into tech, I can help you with that too. And I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? And I'm going to map out a plan for you that works for you right down to the scheduling, okay? And I can do that in a single session. So here, I'm also known as That Sis in Tech. And I kind of got that name because that's what people call me because I was the only person. So if you say, oh, that sis in tech, you knew it was me. So welcome. I'm Kay, aka That Sis in Tech. Let's talk tech. Here I am with part three of the white collar recession. And so we've seen that companies have laid off. We've seen how there's a white collar recession. One thing that I failed to mention in the previous videos is that I also read that in I think it was 2022, there was one job for every one person who was looking for a white collar job, right? So for every white collar worker looking for a job, there was one job available. Now there are two workers looking for jobs for one job that's available. And since I am a consultant, I work gigs. I'm seeing it in my own experience as well. Jobs that I used to get without question. I have competition, right? And there's a lot of craziness going on, right? There's ghost jobs. There are people who just want to gather resumes. I get job descriptions that say, or I get contact from recruiters that say, I have a job available. Would you like to have a discussion? What is the job? What does it pay? Where is it located? Is it remote? Is it on site? How many days on site? You haven't given me any information. No, I really don't want to tie up my time on the phone with you unless I have good reason to do that. Because for every one of you that's reaching out to me, there's 20 more. I can't be on the phone all day long with recruiters. Things to do. But if you send me an email, I can respond to that very quickly. So, um, or you have recruiters that bring you incomplete information. They'll say, okay, well, you're not the right person for this job. I'm not the right fit for the role because I asked you for information that you should have. Are you kidding me? Okay, fine. Um, go with someone else. I wish there was a way for consultants to cut out the middleman, right? And that the consulting industry used to be direct. And then these firms got involved, and as far as I'm concerned, they really ruined everything. And at first, they were taking like a small cut of your pay, like they're an agent. Now, sometimes they take more than you and they turn you into their employee. So now, if the consulting jobs don't pay as well, why would you do it? Now, here's the kicker. I always, not always, but I often get into a discussion with hiring managers once they're very comfortable with me. They start complaining that they can't find the talent they're looking for. Well, of course not, because you get what you pay for. So now that you've reduced the salaries, you're getting people that don't have the skill sets that you're looking for, which are very advanced skill sets. And simultaneously, you've laid off the most mature workers because those are the ones that make more money. So if you lay off everybody who has the experience to mentor and really train the younger people, then how do they ever have the opportunity to develop those skills? The answer I have is I can be your coach. So if you go to my website, that's in the description. I'm happy to work with you, but I can't train everybody at the same time. Or can I? That's what workshops are for, right? Okay, so let's get into it. So let's take a look at some better news. Okay. So let me just go and look at, let me just bring up the thing that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, here it is. So let me show you. Oracle. Okay. Oracle is a major player in the tech world. So if you don't know what Oracle does, you can Google them. But one thing they do is they provide software. Okay. Um, and you can see these things here. Oracle, cybersecurity, cloud computing, Cerner. They're involved in all of that. Okay. And some other things too. Now, they're moving their world headquarters from Austin, Texas to Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, now let me just bring myself back into this. When companies make a move these days, they often don't offer their employees to move. They separate and then they hire new staff where they're going. So this can be an opportunity for people in the Tennessee area or for people who want to be in the Tennessee area, right? Because Oracle employs a lot of people and this is their world headquarters. So there may be some opportunity there. Now, why are they going there? And this is the more important thing. Oracle's move to Nashville for its world headquarters signals broader ambitions for healthcare. So that is important because that is one of the industries where we see growth. Okay? Healthcare, pharmaceuticals keeps growing. We have an aging population. They need more services. Healthcare systems are usually behind the times, but they want to become more modern. Healthcare organizations and pharmaceuticals generate a lot of data. We have a lot of data. You know what you need? A lot of data analysts. You know what you need? A lot of business data analysts. But the thing about healthcare and pharmaceuticals is they always want to hire people who are familiar with their industry. There's a lot of developers that get hired into healthcare as well, and it's one place that I've always wanted to work more, and I think it's more stable. It's more stable than some of the other industries. So if you can have get some background in healthcare, and there are certificates you can get, it can help you. Let's see what else they have to say. Let me go back to the screen. All right, so a lot of people were surprised about it, including Austin city officials and Texas state leaders, right? Uh, they had an Oracle Health Summit. They are investing in healthcare. So they're going to build a 1.2 million square foot campus in East Nashville. Wow. What we're building, it's not going to look anything like a corporate campus. What we're building is a park. It's a park first that has buildings in it. And those buildings include not only office buildings, but a community clinic. The clinic is a great place for us to deploy the latest versions of our software. Wow. Okay. Nashville is home to hospital chains HCA Healthcare, one of the largest hospital owners and community health systems. The city also supports more than 900 healthcare startups. So, and there's a Nashville Healthcare Council. 16 publicly traded healthcare companies have their headquarters there. So, if you want to work in healthcare, Nashville, I'm not saying you can't do it I'm not saying you can't do it somewhere else, but looks like Nashville is the place to be. Let's see. Oracle Health builds out generative AI tools in its quest to eliminate clicks for clinicians. When you see things like this is opportunity. This will be multiple projects. It bought electronic health record software company Cerner in a $28 billion bill. $28 billion deal in 2022. Okay, so that let them get deeper into the healthcare market. I feel like I probably should do a video on the healthcare industry because it's a little bit less obvious, like what they have and what opportunities there are in the healthcare industry. So I might do that. Let's see. They helped. Let's see. Cerner EHR Cloud. They're transitioning this to the cloud. Oracle owns some cloud technology that's popular. So there are like basically three big players. There's the Oracle Cloud, there is the Google Cloud, and there's the Amazon Cloud. Um, and it looks like maybe the Oracle Cloud is more known in health. I really don't know. I don't know a lot about Oracle Cloud. I see it from time to time, but I see US and Google more. Um, but maybe that's because I'm not in the healthcare industry. But I'm thinking I should be. Okay, let's see. They got their slower cloud growth. See, that's the thing. All of these companies that are laying people off and moving things around and not extending offers of people to move, which I can't say that they did that. I don't know that they did that. I just know that's what companies do these days, right? I have no idea what Oracle did. Um, but when you finish laying off finish creating this white collar recession, who's going to buy your products? Because the people that have the money to buy all this stuff are generally white collar workers. I don't know. Okay. So, so what I really want you to take away from here is that, let me go back. What I really want you to take away from that is that there is some glimmer of hope. There is some light in all of this white collar recession stuff because the healthcare industry is one place where things are a little less volatile. Another place is government. Government contracts tend to extend longer, but working with the government is different. It's a different type of experience, and you have to be prepared to move a little more slowly, have a lot of frustration. They just move and they differently, and they have their own way of doing things. So um, I didn't find it to be an issue, um, but just know that it's different. That's all. Um, so there's healthcare and there's government, and there was one other industry that I was think I can't remember it now. One other industry. I can't remember it now, but I'll mention it if it comes to mind. So, but that's two. Um, I would stay away from large tech companies right now. I would stay away from financial services right now, which is banking, brokerage, insurance. All of those do lots of layoffs and then hire people back based on projects. Um, I said healthcare, and when I say healthcare, I'm including pharmaceuticals, which is different, but related. So let's see what else we got here. Oh, I remember what it was now. The third thing, cybersecurity. Everybody needs cybersecurity. Everybody needs cybersecurity. That's not going anywhere. So if I was going to pivot my career, I would definitely, and I am going to pivot my career. I'm definitely going to consider cybersecurity. I've worked in it a little bit, just a touch. Like someone once told me a long time ago, you've got 5 minutes of everything. I'm an expert generalist, so when I go in somewhere that I don't know anything about, I try to learn as much about that as I can. I don't always do it because sometimes, I don't have the wherewithal to do it, but I try to do it most of the time. So cybersecurity, healthcare, pharmaceuticals. Um, Everybody needs those. They're not going anywhere, right? So those are and cybersecurity is understaffed. They're always looking for people. They say there's not enough cybersecurity professionals, so that might be a path you find interesting. And if you do, I think, yeah, Google has a cybersecurity certificate, so you could go and look at that. I don't know of anybody that has a healthcare certificate, but I know that they're out there, so you just have to Google for that. Did I say Google? Maybe you'll use Bing for that. Well, that's Microsoft, and they laid people off too. Okay, so you can't win, but ignore the ads. Okay, so so that's some light at the end of the tunnel. Um, those are industries that don't do a lot of laying off, right? So government, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, cybersecurity, right? So that's some positivity. Um, and the other nice thing is there's still quite a bit of remote work for tech people. So if you can find like I was reading that somebody was doing like part-time gigs, and I'm seeing this a little more. Like I never used to see part-time work in tech, but what I'm seeing is that some smaller companies are hiring at the rate that we're used to seeing, but part-time. So if you could put together a couple of part-time gigs, you might do pretty well. So that's something else to look at. Put your profile out on Fiverr and see if you can do something there. Oh, that reminds me, speaking of Fiverr, I read that this is like a golden age for freelancing. So that particular article didn't give me enough information that I walked away from it feeling like, okay, this is really a viable thing. But at the same time, I know for myself that freelancing is on the upswing. Like I said, Fiverr, um, maybe Upwork. Um, and this is not really a freelancing site, but I've heard of remote.co, which I haven't really looked at myself much. Um, but I feel like this is the old golden age of freelancing because it's the goal because freelancing is a part of person to person sales. Okay. And this is the golden age of person to person sales over the internet. YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, maybe even Facebook. I don't really use Facebook much, so I can't say, but Yeah, those three, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn. A lot of people selling services on there, and so I mean, I'm one of them. I'm here. I'm showing you that I'm knowledgeable in selling my coaching services and selling my website. So all of which will be listed in the description. So I think um, if we work hard enough, some of these large companies will become obsolete. Um, I really like the workers are the underdog, and I want to see the underdog win, right? So, hang out your shingle. Make sure you do your whatever the IRS requires, and see what you can do. Um, I'm an advocate of multiple streams of income because of this layoff stuff. I've been laid off multiple times. It is not fun. Um, and maybe I'll do a video on that and I'll get a little more personal because when you get laid off the first time, it's devastating. You don't know what you're going to do. And sometimes I've seen people know a layoff is coming for months ahead of time. Like they know that their company has this initiative and they know that people are being let go and they know that their department is on the list, but they sit there and do nothing. And so we should have a talk about that, but not in this video. So there's some light at the end of the tunnel. There's some industries and some types of work that are a little more, that are actually, I think, a lot more stable than others. Listen, I'm not an expert. I'm just a woman who's been around for some time watching things, and this is my opinion. So, um, take it how you want to take it. Um, I hope that you found it helpful. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope you come back and chat with me again. See you soon.